Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here's Mythic Battles Pantheon Hephaistos. I know I'm butchering that. Really cool looking cover here. I mean, this red is just very, very striking. It's a little bit too much red to me, but with the lava and the guys kind of looking in with the eyes, it's just a beautiful, beautiful setting with this little hero here. You just picture yourself being up against these gigantic monsters. So it's going to be one of those big boxes, not quite as big as some of the other boxes that will come with it. You're going to have 2 rule books. We'll go through these. One's going to always be French and English with this set. You're going to have your miniatures, which will be in this box. Then you're going to get an extra board with this one. And you're going to get a bunch of cards that will be inside here. And you're going to get a bunch of different players that you can be. I'll kind of open everything up, show you what's inside here, and we'll go through everything individually. The first thing you're going to have here is a new board. It's going to be some lava coming in here, which will have a gameplay. You're going to see the blue on this side. You know, very, very cool how it's offsetting. You're going to have some 4s through here, a 5. Trying to see if there's anything bigger on here. Some 2s, so you're going to have some choke points, a 1 here. And then in the center, you're going to have your 3. So definitely some choke points through here and some terrain that you're going to have in this one. The other side is going to be more of like it's already burnt down kind of thing. You're going to have some weapons here. You're going to have some bridges that will be coming across. And in the middle, you can have these giant battles with 5s and 4s here in the center. You're going to have some choke points here with the bridges. Some very, very neat boards. And this gives you a different board, which is fantastic. Let's take a look at the characters that come in here. We're going to have some new monsters. Now, I'm going to butcher a lot of these names, but Prometheus, Force of Nature, Mighty Blow and a Block. At the end of his turn, regain 1 previously lost vitality. Very, very strong one there. Alchemist, Force of Nature, Mighty Throw, Block. After resolved an attack, make a 5 dice attack against every other non-flying unit. And he suffers a maximum of 2 wounds from each attack. So this can be a very powerful person to have here. Like him quite a bit. Is it a Caucasian Eagle? Can soak up some damage while he's a Caucasian Eagle attacks a non-flying unit. It can reroll each blank result once. Very, very cool. Like that. And the Colchidian Bull, Mighty Throw, Block, a beast, if you will. Make a 6 dice area attack on 1 area in his surroundings. He's got a charge attack, which we've seen before, and a conflagration. And Talos, which is one of my favorite ones in this set. A Titanic Strength. It's going to cost you an Art of War. You can remove a 3D Terran element from the Talos area and place it back in the box. If you do 7 dice range 3, you've seen that before with Hercules, something similar to that. Very cool. So the god that you're going to get is Pandora, of course. At the end of Pandora's activation, every player discards half their hand rounded up. Wow! Crazy right there. And in the box set's namesake, you're going to have a lot of damage to soak up here. Flames of the Forge make an area attack on 1 area and its surroundings. Then place a Flames of the Forge token. A unit 1 area with the flames cannot be activated. Oh, man. And so that's what you're going to get for the characters in this one. Let's take a look at the rulebook and see what we get. We're going to get a cover that matches the box art. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into the campaign that we're going to have here. We have a prologue. And I'm not going to do any spoilers here, so you don't have to worry about that. You're going to have some new campaign special rules. And you have a sequence of play and how to win the campaign. That's pretty normal that you're going to get. Now you're going to get the search for Prometheus here. You're going to have a 2 to 4 player that you can go ahead and jump into. You are going to have the results of the battle and some fantastic, awesome artwork in here. Unexpected Aid will be the second scenario. It's 2 to 4 players. You're going to stick with that throughout. You have some special rules in there. Scenario 3, the Battle of Tartarus, a 2 to 4 player. And you're going to have the results. There's going to be some special rules and mechanism tokens and power tokens that will be utilized in this one. Lost in the Labyrinth, once again, is a 2 to 4 player expansion. Scenario, you're going to have some special, you're going to have some trapdoors and fake tokens and some walls in the Labyrinth. They'll be a part of this one. And this is a really cool scenario. I had a lot of fun playing this one. And scenario 5, the Sacrifice of Talos, 2 to 4 player, which is really good if you're playing with multiplayer. This is a really good set to have. And you have the special rules here. You're going to have Talos in the middle. He's ready for battle. And whether the blue player or red player wins. Scenario 6, the new Pandora's Box. Once again, 2 to 4 player that you'll have here. And then have your final victory here based on who wins. You're going to have some special rules with the blacksmith and the portals. And Hephaistos, the main guy here in the center. And this is when he'll be able to come into the campaign. Now the results of the battle that you'll have, whether it's blue, red, or green players that will win. And you're going to have some additional skirmishes here in the back. So you can set up these maps. There's the Volcano and the Forge and kind of how they work. It's for 2, 3, 4 players on each side, and it kind of tells you how that works. So that's what you're going to get here is a new campaign, 6 scenarios. It's going to be played 2 to 4 players. Let's take a quick look of the artwork that you'll get. You can see the artwork is just beautiful. The little stars at the bottom tells you how many cards there are. There's Pandora. This is all going to match. Man, look at that. Wow. You can see the redness is coming out of that. It's great. These eagles are really cool. Not really in flight yet. You're going to have the bull here made out of lava and rock. Just a strong. Talos, one of my favorite characters in this set. You're going to have Prometheus. Wow, look at those big old arms on him. Just looks fantastic. The lava golems, which you'll see here. And the mechanical warriors, which will be included. You're going to have these little ones that go with the golem. You'll see +1 if this unit is complete. And you kind of see how those cards will be in the mechanical warriors, which have a guard. +1 if this unit contains at least 3 warriors. Then you get them all again in French. So very good cards, match the base set, all printed at the same time, and they look fantastic. The miniatures will come in a brown box like this, which you will be able to open up, and I'll do so now. You're going to get some more clips, as you normally do, and these will be the miniatures. Not as much in some of the other sets, but we're going to have some really cool ones here. And I'll show you, if there's more than one, I'll just tell you how many there are, and I'll just kind of show you one of each. So you're going to get 4 of these. You can see the definition here. This is very, very rigid. You're going to have a lot of detail into this. You can tell, for one of the little infantry units, this is really, really, really great. So you're going to get 4 of those. And here you're going to get 1 of these. Look at this. Now this, you don't have to worry about this breaking off. It's really nice. Her arm is thin, so maybe one of the most fragile ones that I've seen, but it's still on there pretty good. You can see me shaking it very well. You can see the wind coming through there. And then we're going to have this guy with the helmet and the double swords. You can see little holes where that's been coming through. That's just great detail right there from where maybe the fire has come up and been after him. You can definitely see that. His helmet is fantastic, very sturdy. These are very sturdy. You don't have to worry about these breaking off, as I've seen in some miniature games. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those to make that set. And here are the big eagles in flight. Look at those talons, just look great. You're going to have these great feathers that are coming up. If you can see that, lots of detail there. And they're coming in for that landing, that attack landing. And it just looks fantastic. Here is going to be the big bull. You can see the cracks in him, how he's made out of rock, and that's red line. And this is very sturdy. His tail, you don't have to worry about that coming off. It's not going to bend at all. Same thing with these horns, are just wonderful. You can see the muscle definition on him. It's a very, very impressive sculpt. And then we'll look at this guy with the hammer coming down. Once again, we'll get into the little bit bigger ones. You can see the detail on his belt here. You can see the scars that have come across him. And his hammer has even more detail. He's going to have this look on his face. He's carrying that lava, and he just looks incredibly, incredibly strong. And here's a bigger version of the ones that we saw before. This is Talos. He looks magnificent, much larger. It's a different sculpt altogether, too, but very similar in nature. You can see his fantastic helmet there, where he is poking through. And then we're going to have this big old guy right here. He looks like he's ready to hammer some things. He's got an anvil on his back. You can see the chain coming down and just the detail. No stone left unturned with these miniatures. I mean, look at his knees and that detail there, and his belt with that spoke right there. He just looks phenomenal. And the last one here is this gigantic one. You can just see the chains here and all those details of how the rocks make up his leg and his arms, and then his neck right here. You can see the detail here of his clothing. He's got this big giant beard, small head, and this just looks incredible. So very good, and will look very good painted up. So what do I think of this set? Out of the 5 big box expansions, this is probably my least favorite. It does play well up to 4 players, but I don't get to play 4 players all that much. It doesn't have as many miniatures as the other sets do, but it does have a nice campaign here that you can play through. I don't recognize these guys as much. My knowledge isn't there, so if these are some of your favorites, your mileage may vary. I tend to like the solo, so I put the other ones up higher. And that Pandora's boxes gives you so much more stuff. This is really one of the medium ones, so it's kind of hard to compare to those giant boxes like the Pandora, where you just get so much stuff in it. But if you're looking to play 4-player or even 3, this might be where you want to start because the campaign is really neat, has a really great story to it, and I liked it quite a bit. So that's where I'll put this one. You do get another board, which is always great, gives you more places to play, and that's always a big win. So this would probably be the 5th, the last of the big box expansions that I would get, unless you plan on playing with 4 players, and they'll go up in your box quite a bit, and the addition of the extra board. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.